Are you thinking about moving to Memphis, but you don't want to live in the city of Memphis, and you've heard good things about Bartlett, you've heard good things about Cordova? Well, where are these places? What are they like? And we are going to get into it in just a few minutes. They are very different suburbs, or very close to each other. So I'm going to give you all the breakdown of everything you need to know about living in Bartlett or in Cordova, right outside the city limits of Memphis. We're going to look through home prices, the market, the lifestyle, everything that you need to know about what's going on and the new developments coming in. Hi everyone, I'm Amy Clark with Like Realtors, your go-to realtor for living in Memphis and the Mid-South. So today we are looking at Bartlett and Cordova. First off, where are these two places? If you like what I'm saying, welcome back to my channel. I really appreciate you guys watching me. Hit that subscribe button, tap the bell for notifications, like, share the video with somebody that needs to know about the suburbs of Memphis and Shelby County. Okay, so where in the world are these two cities? Where in the world are these two cities? Cordova and Bartlett. So if you look at a map of Memphis, you're gonna see Memphis proper, and then you go east and you're gonna have Germantown and Collierville. But go back to Germantown, go straight up Germantown Road, that is Cordova. And if you keep going down Germantown Road, you will run straight into Bartlett. Bartlett's a little east of the city, and Cordova is almost directly east of the city, right next to Shelby Farms Park. So that's where we are. We're located really close to Memphis. Both of these cities are very, very close to Memphis. And actually Cordova has been annexed by Memphis. So some parts of Cordova, you're gonna pay city and county taxes, and other parts of Cordova are called unincorporated Tennessee. Means you're just gonna pay county taxes, Shelby County taxes. You're not gonna pay city and county taxes in an unincorporated part of Cordova. It's all Cordova, just some parts of it got annexed. So that's how you put that. And so Bartlett going a little north of Cordova, and that is its own city, and it does nothing to do with Memphis. It is incorporated, its own city, has its own police, its own services, all that. We're gonna get right into it. So let's hit what's going on in the housing market in Bartlett. So Bartlett is very old neighborhoods, tree-lined streets, well-maintained homes. It is its own city. It's not part of Shelby County. It's in Shelby County, but it's not part of Memphis. You have large homes, larger lots. Home prices tend to be a little higher in Bartlett than in Cordova. So Bartlett's, you're gonna average around $305,000, and it has been going up in value 1.8% year over year. So it makes it a solid investment for the increase in property value. And the houses don't stay on the market that long in Bartlett because of the small amount of homes on the market. So just a couple of weeks, your house will get sold in Bartlett. Now, back south over to Cordova, things are a little different here. You're gonna have single family houses, apartment complexes, townhomes. You're gonna have lots of rental properties. So it's an investment opportunity for investors here in the Cordova area. But it also has every big box store you can think of. Costco, Lowe's, malls, Wolfgate Chase Galleria, dining. You know, Germantown Road is Grand Central Station. I know I say that a lot about down in South Haven, but Germantown Road is another one of those roads that it is just packed, busy, bustling all the time. And Cordova sits right to the north, and right around the south of Cordova is going to be Shelby Farms Park. And Shelby Farms Park is one of the largest parks in the country, with a buffalo herd there. So lots of outdoor activities. You don't have to leave Cordova to go eat out, to go shopping, or to go to your major grocery store. I mean, everything is in Cordova. Cordova is hustle, bustle, main street, main everything. And parts of it are annexed by Memphis, and parts of it are not annexed by Memphis. So your median home price here is gonna be a little lower, under $300,000 median. Now, there are houses that are $400,000 or $500,000 in Cordova. So, but your median price is just a little lower than Bartlett. But Cordova's appreciation value has been skyrocketing because of all the new developments and everything that's going on. So they're appreciating faster than Bartlett, and it is a 4.5% appreciation year over year. So you have a investment opportunity here. If you're looking for stability, long-term investment, and an established neighborhood, Bartlett is your option. But if you are more flexible and want all the new developments and all the hustle and bustle of a big city outside of Memphis, Cordova is right for you. Okay, this next segment is taxes and cost of living. So for taxes and cost of living, so let's talk about taxes. It's always something that affects people in their home buying decision. So your taxes can fluctuate from year to year. So we want to make sure that you have taxes that you can afford. So where are these taxes? Let's break it down. Bartlett has a lower property tax than Cordova, and here's why. Bartlett is its own incorporated city, which means they have their own servicing of police, fire, ambulances, and they can also determine their own tax rate. So they are not part of Memphis anymore. So they're in Bartlett, and it's going to be $5.12 per every $100 assessed value. So for a $300,000 house in Bartlett, your annual tax rate will be about $3,800. So let's go over to Cordova. Cordova has a little bit higher tax rate because of all the new stuff that they're doing, and it's kind of part of Memphis. So you're going to have to pay Memphis homeowners city taxes and Shelby County taxes. So if you're in the part of Cordova that's been annexed, then you pay city and county taxes. And if you are in the part that's unincorporated, you are going to pay just the county taxes. But their property tax, which means you're in the Shelby County, Memphis system, and it's $6.58 per $100 of assessed value. So for a $300,000 home in Cordova, it's going to cost you $5,000 or more depending each year. So your taxes are a little higher in Cordova. And yep, we just talked about the unincorporated, so your taxes will be lower in that part of Cordova. So make sure you know where you're living before you actually purchase your house. Are you going to be in Memphis proper, Cordova, or in Bartlett? Okay, we're going to talk about schools. Schools are kind of a big deal when it comes to buying a house. If you have a need for children in school, so let's talk about the school districts. So Bartlett in 2014 decided they were not going to be part of the Memphis and Shelby County school system anymore. They developed their own school system, and it's been a game changer. Why? Because they are allowed to do their own curriculum, their own staffing, and they oversee their own curriculum, their own staffing, and their own funding, and all their extracurricular activities as well. So that is great, and it's the Bartlett City school system, and it is not part of the Memphis and Shelby County school system. So that is fantastic. Bartlett schools are highly rated, and they have a 97% graduation rate according to greatschools.com. So the district is known for strong academic performances, great extracurricular activities, and community involvement as well. So now, Cordova is part of the Memphis and Shelby County school system. Don't let that bother you. It's not a big deal. They have had some problems in the past. They've had some overcrowding issues, and they don't have that great of a rate on schools.com. It says it's 4 out of 10 here, but there is huge news for Cordova. They are getting a new school opening up. It's a $100 million high school that is being built in Cordova. So that's fantastic, and it's going to open in 2026. So not too far away. So if you can wait to get into the new school, you're going to be able to get that one. So that was a school breakdown for you in Bartlett and in Cordova. Here we go. We're going to talk about lifestyle and what lifestyle is right for you in either one of these suburbs. All right, let's talk about what life is actually like in these two suburbs. I just repeated myself there, because trying to buy a home is not only one thing, but it matters where you live. It really does matter where you live. So Bartlett is a small town with a family-friendly environment. So if you like small town character, need to be close to Memphis, Bartlett's going to be a good deal for you. It's an incorporated city. It has its own police, fire trucks, parks, and even its own city government. So it gives it a more organized, well-maintained feel. You're going to have the Bartlett Festival there. You're going to have a Bartlett Christmas parade, and families love being in Bartlett because they feel a little safer than living in Memphis. The crime rates are a little lower, and they've got tons of youth sports out there, youth leagues, great parks, and family-owned businesses. So it says crime rates are a little lower than in Memphis overall, which adds to the peace of mind. Okay, so Cordova is fast-paced, lively, it's busier, it's faster paced, it's more diverse in terms of both people and in lifestyle. So since Cordova is not an incorporated city, it doesn't have its own local government, so they're going to rely on the services of Memphis. Memphis Police Department, Memphis Fire Department, ambulance services, those kinds of things. So your response time could be a little slower depending on what's going on around the city of Memphis at the time. But on the flip side, Cordova has lots of energy, lots of young professionals, lots of shopping. There's some major hubs there. There's Top Golf, there's Wolf Chase Galleria, There's Shelby Farms Park. You could do all of these things without leaving Cordova. Everything you need is right there in Cordova. And the traffic too, believe me, the traffic is there. So if you want close-knit, small, hometown, community feel, own city, then Bartlett is a suburb for you. And if you want a fast-paced lifestyle or a faster-paced lifestyle with bars and things to do and Top Golf and movie theaters and parks and buffalo herd over at Shelby Farms. So if you want all of those things, then Cordova would be the place for you. So let's talk about things to do in these two cities. So outdoor spaces, local events, community life. Bartlett has 24 parks and they're all really well maintained. Nesbitt Park, also called Stanky Creek, and bike trails and hiking. W.J. Freeman Park as another favorite. Playgrounds, walking paths, sports fields. And then there's Bartlett Station, which is in his city's historic downtown area. There's a museum, an arts center, and there's a weekly farmers market there. It's got a classic small town feel, Bartlett does. So Cordova, you're gonna have shopping, entertainment, big attractions. Wolf Chase Galleria, Macy's, Dillard's, all your Sephora, Apple, all your big shops. IKEA, Costco, Target, Best Buy, Walmart, everything is in Cordova. And of course, Shelby Farms. So if you need to get outside, get out of your house, go to Shelby Farms, walk around, largest dog park in the state. So it's one of the largest parks actually in the state of Tennessee, in the country. So remember off the top of my head how many acres it is, but it is a very large park. There is a new development coming to Bartlett. It's called Union Depot, and it's going to be built by Grant and Company. And they're going to offer restaurants and dining spaces, and it's going to be a massive mixed-use development center. So you're going to have your townhouses on top of your retail. You're going to have single-family homes, multi-family homes. You're going to have all these restaurants. It's going to be a walkable community. And Bartlett traditionally doesn't have a downtown area right now, but Union Depot is going to change that by giving it a downtown feel of its own. So that's going to be a huge deal, and home values are going to skyrocket when this makes to fruition. This is going to be great. And don't forget about the Cordova new high school coming. So if you can wait to get into Cordova High School, $100 million high school coming to Cordova, it's badly needed and it's great. So Cordova keeps growing and expanding with new commercial expansion. And so commercial expansion, restaurants, even entertainment spaces, with all the development around the Germantown Parkway Center. So it's clear that Cordova keeps growing. So Cordova could be a real game changer for the next couple of years, you know, with new developments in the new high school and all that stuff. So that could really be very beneficial to the citizens and the residents of Cordova. So if you need top-rated schools, Bartlett's going to be your place. But if you're willing to wait for the biggest improvement in Cordova, their big new school, you could be considering it, and it might be worth the wait for you. Well, I hope I helped you break down where Bartlett is, where Cordova is, and what the differences in the two very different suburbs are outside of Memphis. Well, Cordova's kind of in Memphis. Well, the part that's been annexed is in Memphis. But if you need to, reach out to me. I can help you find the house of your dreams, and I'd love to help with that. Drop me a comment below, and like and subscribe. Don't forget to watch my next video. Are you Team Bartlett or Team Cordova? Let me know, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Amy Clark with Cry Like Realtors. Contact me so together we can make your Memphis dream a reality.